Hello, great scholars. It's Mr. Alan once again on another segment of science, and today we'll be looking at a very important topic titled Evolution Part 1. We are learning to investigate special designs in animals, and we are focusing on the woodpecker. I want to look at those special adaptive features it possesses that enables it to adapt longer and stay safe in its environment. And what I'm looking for is the ability to give illustrations about special designs possessed by animals. We're focusing on the woodpecker and can use this knowledge to relate to so many other animals in the environment. So I'll take you to the picture showing a woodpecker. We're looking at a bird called the woodpecker. Now, what are its adaptive features? One, it possesses a very strong beak or bill that can be able to penetrate or make holes into the bark of trees and make its nest for safety. It also possesses a very strong claw and sharp that can be used to grab and stay longer on the bark of a tree while it bores holes into them. It has 120 times stopping force of the impact caused by continuously hitting its beak on the tree until it makes the hole and builds a nest. It also has the ability to fly because it has well developed wings. Over time, it has evolved with all these features due to evolution. It now takes me to the topic evolution. What is evolution? These are simply changes that takes place in an organism over time in terms of its structure, its behavior, or its function. Now, follow me as we journey through the life of the woodpecker. You can see in this case it has bored a hole on the tree and makes its nest right inside. It lays its eggs, takes care of its young ones, and go out to look for food. Now, another example of a woodpecker is this. It is attached to the bark of this tree, and in this case, it is making out plans on how to bore a hole on the bark of this tree in order to make its nest. And it can only do this due to the kind of adaptation it has evolved over time to be able to break into the body of trees. Now, that's fascinating, isn't it? Okay, let's do a comparative study of the old world and the new world woodpecker. If you look at your right, you see the old world woodpeckers. Now, in this case, they look so primitive in nature in the sense that they are not so well developed and look like the current woodpeckers we have. Then, if you look at the new world woodpeckers, you can see that they are a bit advanced in structure. They are more adapted. Their beak and bills look a little longer and even appears to be stronger in order to bore holes into the bark of trees. So this evolution actually takes place over time. It's actually a gradual process. As we speak, evolution continues to take place and it has been on from one generation to another, simply making an organism well fitted and adapted to its environment. Now, this is simply saying in the genes of this particular bird, it has been able to evolve into having strong beaks for boring holes into trees, strong wings for flight, strong and sharp claws for grasping hold on trees, and the ability to have a stopping force of over 120 times more than human. It's simply saying if humans have to hit their head on a substance or a surface, will have more impact compared to the woodpecker, which has 120 times resistance to that. Isn't that amazing? That's an amazing evolution. So I'll quickly run through the other illustrations I have here. Now, here with me are different findings by Charles Darwin. Charles Darwin involved in a voyage called the voyage of the Beagle or the Beagle voyage. The Beagle was a big ship that was used to navigate around the world while Charles Darwin collected specimens of birds like the rhea, in this case, the sparrow, the woodpecker, the warbler. In his research, he found out that these birds came from different origins, even though they are of the same species, but they all have different means of adaptation due to their evolution, due to the changes that has taken place on their structure, on their behavior and function over a period of time. He goes ahead to make these assertions or these quotes. He said, "It is not the strongest of the species that survives, nor the most intelligent that survives. It is the one that is the most adaptable to change." So any organism, be it a plant or animal that is not adaptable to certain changes in the environment, be it a plant or animal, cannot really survive in this environment or in their various habitats, as natural selection will do justice to them. So they must possess certain adaptive features, special defensive mechanisms that can enable them to stay longer in their environment. Yet another quote: there is grandeur in this view of life, with its several powers, having been originally breathed into a few forms or into one, and that whilst this planet has gone cycling on according to the fixed law of gravity, from so simple a beginning, endless forms, most beautiful and most wonderful, have been evolved. This is another saying by Charles Darwin. I'm summarizing this particular saying to relate to the topic evolution, as he continued in his scientific research by traveling around the world in the Beagle. He was able to discover several life forms and looked at changes that evolved in their structure, in their forms, and in their behaviors. And the last one here says, a grain in the balance will determine which individual shall live and which shall die, which variety of species shall increase in number and which shall decrease or finally become extinct. This is simply survival of the fittest. If the woodpecker has special adaptations for it to live in the bark of trees by boring holes using its bill or beak, using its sharp claws to hold on to the tree. Then it has wings for flight that it goes out to seek for food to feed itself and its young ones. By so doing, it's able to adapt in its environment. All these forms of evolution has enabled it to adapt very well in its environment. And I implore you to keep studying more on other plants and animals, what are the adaptive features and how they've evolved over time from the old to the modern world, and evolution continues from one generation to another. Thank you for watching. Bye from Mr. Alan. I'll see you in my next segment. Bye.